I've got a nice interesting two-part problem for you here. We're going to use synthetic division to show that 2 is a solution to the equation 2h cubed plus 14h minus 72 is equal to 0. And I've gotten this written out in synthetic division form, and I included the 0 for h to the first power because there's no linear h. So let's go ahead and let's do our synthetic division. If we're going to show that it's a solution, then that means we better get a remainder of 0. Alright, bring down the 2, and then multiply to get 4. Add to get 18, right? 14 plus 4 is 18. We multiply and we get 36. Now, 0 plus 36 is 36. And we're going to take 2 and we're going to multiply 36 by it, and we'll get 72. A negative 72 plus a positive 72 is equal to 0, so this checks out. Great. And that means that our solution is 2h squared plus 18h plus 36. Let's check that. Let's check and let's do h, 2 is a solution, so that's h minus 2 times 2h squared plus 18h plus 36. Because if we were to make a mistake, we wouldn't get the correct product here. So 2h cubed, good so far, plus 18h squared plus 36h minus 4h squared, oops, this is h squared, so and then we want the pen, so minus 4h squared, right, minus 4h squared minus 36h, good, that'll cancel, and then minus 72. Excellent. So these cancel, and we're left with 2h cubed plus 14h squared minus 72. Great. It checks out perfectly. 2 is a solution. Here's the next part. The width of a rectangular box is twice the height. So W is equal to 2h. And the length is 7 inches more than the height. If I take the height and I add 7 to it, I get the length. Great. If the volume is 72 cubic inches, length times width times height is volume. Find the dimensions of the box. Well, the length is h plus 7. The width is 2h. And the height is h, and that's equal to 72. Wait a minute, h plus 7 times 2h squared is equal to 72, so 2h cubed plus 14h squared is 72. 2h cubed plus 14h squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Aha! We already showed that 2 is a solution. Right? We had h minus 2 times, let's bring up that other answer, 2h squared plus 18h plus 36 is equal to 0. Okay. So I want to check and see if there's any other solutions. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into the quadratic formula, I think, because I'm not too fond of trying to factor that. I'm going to say h is equal to negative 18 plus or minus the square root of, let's see here, that's 18 squared minus 4 times 2 times 36, and this is all divided by 2 times 2. Okay, so 18 squared is 18 times 18, so that's 64. 14, skip a space to give us 18, and then we add them up, and we'll get 4, 2, carry the 1, 324. So this is negative 18 plus or minus the square root of 324. And this is going to be minus 36 times 8, which is 48. 24 plus 4 is 28. 288. All of this is divided by 4. So 324 minus 288 is 14 minus 8 is 6. 11 minus 8 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. Look at that, it's 36. So this is minus 18 plus or minus the square root of 36 over 4. Would you believe it? This is actually going to factor. Minus 18 plus or minus this 6 over 4. Minus 18 plus 6 is a negative 12 over 4. And then minus 18 minus 6, that's a minus 24 over 4. So I get negative 3 and negative 4. Except, can we have such a thing as a negative length? No. Aha, h is 2. So the height is 2, the width is 4, the length is 9. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 9 is 72. The volume checks out. All of this checks out. Great. And if we go ahead and we graph these, jump here and make this plus 8. So I've got our equation entered here. I'm just going to do a little zoom 0, right? Zoom it to fit, and I graph it, and we can see what's happening there. It crosses the x-axis twice on the negative side, and then it crosses on the positive side. And I could go ahead and pull up the table of values and look and see when x is 2, y is 0. I could scroll through and find these negatives. Yep, there's negative 3. And that's not negative 4. Did I mess up? Oh, it's negative 6. Can I not divide? I can't divide. Whoops. So we're always asking our calculator to do the tough stuff. Like, divide 24 by 4. Negative 6. So we check our answers there. Okay. I will see you next time. Thanks.